Hello, hello, hello. That's us. Yep, that's us live now. Wonderful, wonderful. Hello, Rosalind. How are you doing, Rosalind Crump? Hi there. We'll just wait for more people to just come on. I don't know how warm it is where you are. I live in Spain for people who don't know me. But it is absolutely so hot here. It's incredible. So I've got my fan on here, but it's not actually blowing at me because otherwise it blows me away. So we will see how it goes anyway. So just waiting, Rosalind, for some more people to join us. Normally there's a lot on at this time, so maybe they're all in their back gardens. We will just have to wait and see. Yep, everything is wonderful with me, just too hot. Hi, Shannon, 91. Hello, hello. I like the way you've got help there. The help with what? Let me know. Help with what? Donna Roy, hello. So everybody's coming on. Cornelia Dutt, hi, 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 hi. Okay, just as I say, just wait for more people to come on. And the people are on just now, I always say this, put some questions in the comments. Okay, brilliant, because when I do some tarot, it definitely, to me, the tarot, it definitely helps answer questions. You don't have to take it because you've got your free will, but it always, to me, it's still powered by the universe, and it's still, it works, put it that way. So Karen Tadman, hello, hello. It's only 15. Where are you, Donna? Are you Donna? Hafsa Heat, hi there. Well, it's 37, 38 in Spain just now. Oh my goodness, it is so, so hot. I'll fall away here. Right. So, Rebecca Whelan, hello. So, what people who don't know me, my name is Lorraine Bennett Gray. I do these every second Saturday for Veronica and Stacey. I am a psychic medium, so I do throw some cards, some tarot cards. I don't do angel cards, some tarot cards, and then I'll connect to the spirit world if they come in for me for that particular reading. I only spend about 5-6 minutes per person to try and get as many people as I can, because it is just like mini reads, just to show really that that they are still about us, or as I say with the tarot, it does work because it's fantastic. But what I do ask for people here is if you could put questions in the comments to help with the tarot, because I do believe, again, it does answer questions. It's fantastic. As I said before, you don't have to take it because you've got your free will, but it really is amazing. And you'll see it working as well. Now, and also when I do come to you, if you could just keep validating what I'm saying, yes, no, I don't know, because I come direct, okay? I don't wait for somebody, I come direct, and I need to make sure I'm with the right person. So just yes, no, I don't know, as I am reading. Okay, Tracy Hand, hi. How you doing, Lisa Callahan? Hello. Right, okay, I am going to get started because we don't have a lot of time here. Alicia Taylor, hello. Okay, right. So remember, questions in the comments would be wonderful. Right, okay, let me just see who I'm going to come to. I'm going to come to Donna Roy, actually. Donna Roy, this is for you. And remember to keep validating. Donna Roy, this is for you. Okay, Donna. Okay, Donna, if you can validate these first 3 cards just to make sure they are correct. Okay, Donna, I do believe there's somebody, or there was somebody in your life that really, in fact, I don't think they're in your life anymore. This is what I'm feeling anyway. This person, I've got the devil card comes out. Now, when that card comes out, it means this person was not good in your life at all. But I do feel either trying to possession, that's the wrong word when we do this work. No, he just tried to tell you what to do all the time. It was like OCD and addictive. Does that make sense to you, Donna? Just let me know if that does make sense. But I do know this person, I do believe, was in your life, but I don't think he is anymore. I think you've managed to cut the ties, which is wonderful, because I do feel that you've actually you're now spiritual. You're now you know what you're doing. You trust your intuition, etc., etc. And I do also feel that there has been there's something happening with your working environment. I don't know if you're working or not, but there's a working environment. And I also do believe, Donna, you're a very creative person too. So I do also believe you work with the spirit world, or something to do with spirituality, but I also do believe you're also very creative. Does that all make sense to you, Donna? Okay, right. So let's move forward with that. I do believe as well, I've got the 2 of Swords here out here. So I do know you're thinking about doing something, and there's some uncertainty whether you should or whether you shouldn't, but I do feel this is to do with some again, to do with some sort of working environment. Okay. I also do feel there's been something going on to do with legal papers, or papers have to be signed or had to be signed, but very, very important. You're more spiritual now. That's perfect, great. Because of what happened as well, I do believe as well. And I do believe as well with this, as I say, these papers had to be signed. I believe you either just sign them or just about to sign them. Okay. You need to make this decision, Donna, that I'm going to find out exactly what it is. You don't know which way to turn. And this decision that's in your thoughts just now, I do feel it's to do with something to do with the work you love crafting. Yeah, I knew you were creative. But I do believe that you've really got to make this decision, because see, if you don't, you're going to get yourself into a rut. This is what I'm feeling here, a big rut, okay? And when you do, if you've made the right decision, trust that heart intuition of yours, I do believe as well it's going to just be so much better for you. Also to do, we said you do your crafting as well. I don't know if you charge for your crafting, but I don't know if this is what you've been thinking about doing. But I do believe whatever you've been thinking about, the answer is yes, you should be doing it. That's what I do feel anyway, okay? And yes, you need some papers signed. Yeah, absolutely. But very important papers as well. These were just validating cards, but now I do realize this decision you're going to have to make, Donna, you're making just now. I do believe if you make the right decision, that it's definitely the right one. But I hear yes, you should be making this decision. So I think that's really, really important. Okay. Again, I've got another spiritual card out for you as well. So I do believe you either wanted to work with spirit or you do work with spirit. So keep that in mind, okay? Because if you don't work with them, I do believe you are feeling things, seeing things, hearing things, okay, Donna? And if so, this is maybe something you're maybe going to have to make this decision on. Something stuck in my ear here, and it's really sore. If that does make sense to you, okay? Make the right decision. You've been selling crafts, do it. Yes, do it, because absolutely, that's what I said for your working environment. So that's very, very important. Okay. So do it as well. If you fancy doing the spirituality, or you are doing it, you just need to do it a little bit more, okay, which is really, really important. But I do feel, sometimes you just don't know which way to turn. Well, telling you right now what the cards are saying is trust that gut instinct, and whatever it is, if you're thinking about selling crafts, because I know that the thought was there, just do it. Okay. What have you got to learn, or what have you got to lose? We'd like to learn to work with spirit. Yeah, well, absolutely. Well, there's loads of circles on, and there is classes, etc. And it is the most wonderful thing working with the spirit world anyway, Donna. So good luck to you. Good luck, good luck, good luck. And I hope that helps with what I was saying to you. Okay, get cracking with these crafts as well. Teresa Carty, hello. Catherine Johnson, hi. Lisa Callahan, yep. Go. Let me just see who else. Alicia Taylor, hi. Jamie M, I'm coming to you, and your question is, what do my guides want me to know today? I don't know where you are, but my today is over soon. It's 5:05, 5:05 in Spain just now. So let's see, Jamie M, what do my guides to know today? Let me find out what your guides are having to say for you, Jamie. I'm still working on the tarot just now, okay? Guys, people have just come on. Put some questions in the comments for the tarot. I think it's amazing, absolutely amazing, okay? Jamie M, brilliant, okay? Remember to Jamie, keep validating. Oh, right, you're Minnesota. Okay. Validate, yes, no, I don't know as I'm reading. What do my guides want to know today? Right, let's just find out what your guides want to know today. Oh, I do know that, right. Well, let's just do the validation cards first. Don't know if his guides are not doing this. I'm being perfectly honest with you, no, but I do believe you're an overthinker, and I do believe that a situation has just ended for you, but for the better. Really, really for the better, because I've got the Ace of Pentacles, which has come out after the Ten of Swords, and I do know what that is, like a new beginning, a new concept. And I don't know if this is to do with money or houses. I feel it's probably to do with both, actually. That's what I'm feeling. It's for both. Absolutely. And I know there's something going on with your working environment as well, because we've got the 8. So I believe the whole thing is connected here. There's been an end, maybe to do with the work, and then you've been starting something. It's either the house or to do with money. Do they make sense to you, Jamie? Just let me know, okay? And let's oh, that's amazing. Right, okay. These cards blow me away, guys. I've been doing these for a good few years now, and they still blow me away how the swords come over the swords, the pentacles come over the pentacles. Anyway, I'm rabbiting on, right? You're frightened of commitment, okay? It makes sense, that's good. And you're frightened of commitment, okay? Well, stop that frightening, because stop being frightened, because you don't need to be frightened of commitment. I do believe it's restricting you because of this, okay? It's definitely restricting us. This new beginning that you've had, I believe, is houses and money. I do believe you're still juggling quite a bit with this, okay? And I do believe we've got 2 of Pentacles out here, and I do believe that is it's definitely affecting you just now, okay? If that does make sense to you. You stop overthinking. You really are. These thought cards just keep flying out here as well. But you know what? Definitely to do with your work as well. You're going to accomplish what you want to do. I'll tell you right now, you've got the nines to me as accomplishment, and you've got my work card. So I do know you are going to. You're a determined person, Jamie. You're really, really determined. And I also do believe this working environment, this new thing you're creating here, everything, the house, the money, the work, everything is going to make you feel so much better emotionally, Jamie. Does this all make sense to you? Just let me know if it does. Okay, a man who's just stepped forward for you, Jamie. This man, oh, he's hearty laugh, hearty laugh. I do believe it's Dad. And I do know that this gentleman, well, he's showing me just now anyway, he used to wrap his handkerchief inside his shirt. Okay, and he's laughing. So I do know that this man, he was well, he thought he was funny, or he just thinks everything's funny anyway. But when he spoke, he laughed when he spoke. And I do believe this is Dad, Jamie. Does that make sense to you as Dad in the spirit world? And so I'm just going to find out why he's actually, well, why is he stepped forward? He stepped forward to speak to you, obviously. But I'm just going to find out. I wanted to go, oh, do you know, Jamie, he's got it's grandpa. That's fine. That's fine. But was he like a dad to you? This is why, because I heard the word dad. It could be granddad. That's why I don't really hear it properly. But I do know that he'd like big hands. There's something to do with his hands, which were very, very important. And I also do remember the handkerchief or whatever it was, the napkin. Sorry, the napkin down there with this laugh as well. Did you know him though? Just let me know. Did you know him? He's telling me you didn't know him, so you obviously did. He's just come in with just some words of comfort. He's telling me it's comfort for you, Jamie. He always used a handkerchief. That's fine. I don't know if we want napkin or whatever. Anyway, he's very, very he's one. He just said, "Look, just go tell my boy that I'm good. I'm doing good, but he wants to see you doing good as well. Okay, which is really, really important. He's just a lovely guy, and I do know that he really had a lovely, lovely, soft personality to him. But I also do feel he was either self-employed or as a businessman as well, because you know what? Right, do you remember him though? When you were around 10, you said you passed away around 10, but do you remember him, Jamie? That's the really important thing here. Because he's just telling me just now that I do believe he was a big part of your life though, up till that age, because he's making you, I could feel the love, but anyway, he's your grandfather, so he's going to love you no matter what anyway, okay? But he just wants you to be okay. Okay, so I'm going to go back to these tarot cards because this time's so limited. Oh, I don't like the time so limited, but it is. Things are going to work out so much better for you, but I do feel you needed this read. You do remember, bro. I do feel you needed this read. Now, he's telling me just now, you need to gain some more knowledge and information. There's something that you're thinking about doing, and you need to gain that knowledge and information. You need to seek some advice from somebody for you to move forward. Does that make sense to you, Jamie? Because that is so, so important. And I do know this is to do with work. So you do need this knowledge and information. And he said, just, you know what? Just you carry on. If you just listen and get that knowledge and information, everything is going to be absolutely wonderful for you. Absolutely wonderful. He's such a lovely, lovely guy. And I just feel him. And he's just, he's just great. But this laughter, he just laughs and he laughs. So I hope you do remember that, the way he just laughed and laughed. But I wouldn't mess with him. No chance would I mess with him. Okay, Jamie, so just get that knowledge and information that you need. And it's to do with work. And you know what? Just one more thing I have to say. Good. It involves your small business. Brilliant. Do you know what? But it's really, really important for that get that information. I knew it was to do with work. It will really help it move on. Really, really help it move on. And he's just come in to say hello and to tell you that. And he says, just get that information and everything will be hunky dory. Okay, Jamie, thank you so much. And it all makes sense. Lovely guy. Lovely, lovely guy. And I'll leave his luck with you. I'll leave his luck with you. Right, we tried to get my business to take off so I can leave my job I have. Well, get that knowledge and information. That's what he's starting. All will be great. That's what he's saying. All will be great. So there you go. Melanie Thomas, hello. Trish Cook, hello. Christy Marie, hi there. That's good, Jamie. You're so welcome. It's him that does all the work, not me. Nina Marling, hello. Right, guys, people have just come on. Could you give me questions in the comments, and we'll see if we can answer them. We'll have a little drink here. Alicia Taylor, I'm coming to you, Alicia Taylor. Okay, and you put on your Alicia Taylor. I'll come up in a second. Alicia Taylor. In a second when it comes up. Alicia Taylor. There we go. Perfect. Right, Alicia, you just want some clarification. I think it said there it's gone away your thing. Okay, Alicia, let's see what comes out for you. Oh, don't feel right there. Right, Alicia. Alicia. Okay, Alicia, I do feel with you, you're also making decisions, okay? And I do believe, but you're also juggling your life quite a bit at the moment. Things are getting juggled about. And I also do feel, I actually feel life with you emotionally is good. I don't believe that there's anything wrong with your emotional life at all. In fact, do you know what I believe, Alicia? I believe you don't even need, I'm giving you a reading, but I don't even think you even need a reading because I actually think things are good for you. Does this make sense to you? Remember to validate. Anybody's just come on if they didn't hear me say, maybe you've got to keep validating. Just type in yes, no, I don't know to what I'm saying as quick as you can. Just push them on to the right person. But I believe everything it's good, home life's good, money's fine, juggling a wee bit with that, but money's absolutely fine. I also do believe you're a very motherly type of person, Alicia. Does this make sense? Yeah, it's definitely getting better. I know it is because I tell you, these cards are just lovely, okay? I do believe as well as, it's incredible actually this. I also do believe as well as we've got the Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, we've got the Ten of Cups, we've got the Six of Cups. I mean, really, 17 cards this deck, and these are all coming out for you after a good shuffle. I do believe also there's somebody in the family that needs your support though. Does that make sense? There's somebody does need that support, but that's the only glitch that you've got, okay? Because I also do believe, you've if it's not happened yet, you're going to have everything that you possibly want within the next 6-7 months. It's just going to be a little bit that you needed. It's just going to be there. It's wonderful cards, absolutely wonderful cards. But there's that one little thing missing. And I feel this little bit, look at these tarot cards here. Look at this is you've got an idea in your head and it's something you want to do, but you're too frightened to do it. Does that make sense to you? Okay. There's that little something, and I don't know if it's like writing something or something to do with writing or drawing or something. Does that make sense to you, Alicia? Because that is really, or something creative anyway, I do feel. Go for it, girl. Absolutely. Go for it. My goodness gracious me. You know what? See if you do this, you're actually going to be helping other people as well. So it is writing, because I could see the writing, I could see that. Right, do it. Just do it, okay? Because not only will it help other people, but it will also help you as well. Not that I feel you need it, but it's still, you know what? It's something you've been thinking about. Just do it, girl, okay? Just do it. And you know what? It's going to be fantastic. I don't have to give you any more of a reading. Do you know what? Because fabulous, absolutely fabulous. These cards were just so beautiful, so consistent as well. And you've just to do it. It's as simple as that, Alicia. Okay, and thank you so much for being here. Okay. Oh, Tans, Dottie, hello. Okay, Tans, I'm going to come to you. Tans, I'm coming to you. You said, could I please get a spirit message to help me get through this devastating time, please? Tans, let me see what's going to happen with you, okay? Very welcome, Alicia. But remember, do it. Don't sit there, just do it. Right, Tans, this is for you. Tans, okay. You're going through a bad time, Tans. Well, let's see what Tans has to say. Tans, Dottie, let's have a look to see. I've had so many changes and challenges going on. I know I've got the Five of Pentacles, so this is all to do with your material work with your Tans, okay? So I do know that things are not that great. Five of Pentacles is probably, out of all the changes and challenges, is the biggest one out of them all, and I do feel Tans as well. There's lots of instability going on with you in the emotional side. I do believe that as well. And I do believe you're lacking patience now because you just feel this has been going on on too long. Does that make sense to you, Taz? Just validate, please, one or the other. That would be absolutely fantastic. But let's find out. I also do believe you've also got papers you need to sign on, some sort of legal stuff that's also going on with you. And I also do believe there's some stuff going on in a working environment as well. Okay. I just feel, but I do feel again with you, Taz, as well, there is a creative side to you as well. But you know what? I just feel you're lacking confidence. So I do know that you need to move on. You've got to move on. Okay. I've got a, I'm trying to think who's this that's come through. I've got a young man who stepped through. This show was is a black guy, and he's a young guy, a young black guy. He's deliberately showing me that, and I have to say that. And is making me feel. It's making me feel. Oh, he just loves you so much, so much. Can you validate this guy for me, please? So he's talking about the number 17. So I do know 17 was very, very. Yes, I'm going through court for work, but wait for a new job. That does all make sense. I said, do you understand this young guy that's coming on, and it's the worst 17 years ever. Okay, do you understand him? This is really, really important. Oh, it's your nephew, and he passed away 17 years ago, right? So it is him. Okay, so he has stepped forward for you, and it's going to be goosebumps here as well. He has stepped forward for you, and he sees everything that's happening with you. He's telling me that you have got to start changing your way of thinking now, Tans, okay? I was only 15. Now you have to start changing your way of thinking. Okay. You now have to start being more positive. Okay. And he says when you start being more positive, things are going to start getting so much better for you. He can see all the rubbish you've been through. Um, Crap he's talking about here. But he's saying, things are going to move on and it's going to get so much better. Now, Tans, he showed me a car. He showed me a white car. I do know it's very significant. And I do know this car is either needed work doing to or something's wrong with this car. Does that make sense to you as well? I do feel this is happening just now. And I also do feel there's something about this car. It's eating through your money or something like that. It keeps needing fixed or something anyway. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what he's talking about. But he's so around you. He's so around you and he sees it all. He says things are definitely going to improve, but he says you're going to have to change your way of thinking as well, Tans, because otherwise it won't improve. Okay, he's helping you. Remember, he's there for you. Ask him, okay? And he says, by the way, he says the spirit was fantastic, so nobody ever has to worry about me. But he says, because I am, not me, he says, I am doing absolutely fantastic. He says, but he sees all the family, he sees everything that's going on, okay? Things he doesn't like to see, Tans, there's things that's going on, okay? But I'll tell you right now, change your way of thinking and things are going to increase. It's going to get so much better for you, so much better. Okay. Now he showed me beautiful blue eyes. Now I don't know if it's him that's got his blue eyes or whatever. It's still wrong. Well, he's doing fine. He's doing absolutely fine. It's you and the family that have to really sort of worry because you don't have to worry about him. He says, I have to tell you, I'm doing absolutely brilliant, absolutely fine. Oh, do you know what he's telling me just now? This is really funny, actually. It's quite funny with a young chap. He's telling me just now that something going on with a toothbrush, not teeth. The toothbrush, let me know, Tans, what that is. He's shown a toothbrush and it's broken. So I don't know what that is, but he thinks this is really quite funny. It's just you need some more validation as well. He's also holding up either a cabbage or a lettuce leaf as well, which is also really, really significant. He just wants me to move forward a wee bit. He just wants me to move forward with sort of fun things or nice things or whatever. And he's also showing me a roundabout as well. He showed me it was definitely a memory or something now, I don't know, but something to do with a roundabout. I feel it's him on this roundabout anyway, which is also very, very significant. Okay. But I tell you, he does have blue eyes and you just brushed your teeth. That's so funny, isn't it? See, he's watching you. He's so watching you. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It looked like a broken toothbrush, but who cares? Doesn't matter. That's what he said. And he had blue eyes. Beautiful, beautiful guy. Beautiful guy. Yeah, it was suicide. Yep. Okay. What was yesterday? Is he in any pain? What, you only did it yesterday? No, this person, he's no pain here. This guy's doing fantastic, absolutely fantastic. fantastic. No, he's not in any pain, Tans, not at all. He's just loving the spirit world. It's fantastic. He says, well, I was there 1 minute, I was here 1 minute, I was gone the next. He said, life wasn't great here. He says, but I am doing absolutely fantastic now. And you need to tell the rest of the family that as well. He only passed yesterday. Don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's him then, because you know what? I was the 17 years then. I maybe get mixed up, but then I don't know. But I do know that anybody who passes, just let you know, if anybody even passes through suicide, I don't believe this is who I'm speaking to. I believe this is the boy that passed 17 years ago to be and the, nobody suffers. Nobody suffers when they go into the spirit world, right? They're here 1 minute and they're gone the next. And people who unfortunately feel they have to take their own lives, they're fantastic. They're still welcomed with open arms. It makes no difference whatsoever. Unfortunately, life in this world just wasn't good for them. Okay, but they're welcomed with open arms. Okay, that's just life. That is just life. So you do not have to worry about him at all. Okay, um, yeah, he was young, yeah. But what happens with me, guys, is what's happened because these reads are so quick. I'm getting flashes of everything. So there could be a couple coming in here, but I don't feel that. It's too quick for me. So they just want me to mention. I just mention everything I see. But one thing I do have, I'm going to go back to you, Tans, with this is just start thinking more positively. Okay, start changing your mindset. Please tell the family to be absolutely the boy yesterday, absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. I just feel so much love that's going on here at the moment. So that is the most important thing. Okay, Taz. And you keep your chin up and you change your way and things will be so much better for you. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Trish Cook, hello. And I'm going to thank him for being such a lovely communicator as well. Lisa Callahan, hello. Andrea Rees, hello. Right, okay, let me see who I'm going to come to. Okay, I'm coming to Michelle Graham, please. Michelle Graham. I want to know if my own mediumship guidance is accurate. I'm playing around with readings, but I still feel like it's all made up in my head. Was told it would feel that way. Absolutely, Michelle, it's going to feel that way. If you're just starting out doing this work, we're all the same. Now, sometimes you think, we do trust now, of course we do. But you just, it's so unbelievable that you just can't believe it's real, but it just know it is. Otherwise, I would be sitting here if it wasn't, put it that way. So let's find out, Michelle. Let's try to throw some cards for you, Michelle Graham. And remember, Michelle, keep validating what I'm saying. Just make sure I am correct, okay? Correct, as it may be. Michelle Graham. So this is all about your mediumship path. Okay, so let's find out what was going mediumship path. Okay. I do believe you're doing this, Michelle, because you've needed some guidance in your life about mediumship, or somebody has passed in your life that's triggered you to do this work. Does that make sense to you, Michelle? Okay, and just let me know if that does make sense. I do believe, that things. You're one of these people that likes to do things by the book, and that is the reason why you're not sure whether you're doing it right or you're doing it wrong. There's not such a thing of doing it right or doing it wrong with this work, okay? But one thing I do have to tell you, the more you practice, the better you get, okay? I still get mentored. I'm still getting mentored all the time. You need to, it's an ongoing process for the rest of your life. And that is so, so important. Practice, if you get it wrong, does it matter? Absolutely not. No's were the worst things. Nobody likes the nose. Nobody likes the nose. But you know what? I like the nose now. Don't start everybody saying no to me, by the way. I like the nose now because it makes me learn. I've got to go back to the communicator spirit and say, well, what are you talking about then? Or I worded it wrong. They're never wrong. It's me. So what's a no? It's absolutely nothing. So just you remember that, Michelle, okay? Which is really, really important. So let's carry on here. I do believe as well, Michelle, don't do this for the money. Okay, can I just say that to you? I don't know why I'm feeling that. Don't do this for this work for the money, because really, really good mediums, apart from these television medium people, it's not for the money. I'm not saying you shouldn't charge. Absolutely, of course you should once you get to a certain standard, because you are still helping people and you spend a fortune learning this work through mentors. But it's not all about the money. And I don't know why I'm saying that to you, Michelle, but maybe you do. Does it make sense to you? Okay. You need more stability in your life. I do know that. You definitely need more stability in your life. And I do believe you just need to learn more. I've just got the page of wands, which is working towards, and pages are starting new journey. So I hope that does make sense to you. Really, really do. Okay. And because you're also a creative person as well, you're really, really creative. I've got a lady who's just stepped forward for you, Michelle. And I do know that this lady, absolutely, she's walking around in her garden smelling the roses. So I do know the roses were very, very important to her. Okay. She was a very smart lady. She was a big busted lady. I have to say that because that's what she's showing me. Uh, right, okay. It's not about the money. I'm looking for ways to make. Right, that's fine. I might have got that bit mixed up. You still look to make extra money. That's good. In general, that's perfect. No, that's good. That's great. Brilliant. That's fine. Right. So this lady is smelling the roses. So do you understand this lady? And I do feel this lady, Michelle, for you is grandma. I might get that wrong. If I do, so no. But it's grandma. Yep. And there is a new chapter opening up in you. But I do believe this lady used to do this as well, because she's telling me she used to do this work as well. She's the one that's around you when you're doing it. Now, we do make mistakes as well to make it better. So just to let you know, and this is what she's telling me as well. We do make mistakes to make it better. And that card just fell off there, but it's too far down the ground. So anyway, so Michelle, absolutely keep going as you're going. Get yourself a really good mentor. Join the circles. Fantastic circle. Great circles online now. Absolutely brilliant. There should be circles in your possibly your area and your local spiritual churches as well, which is fantastic. But can you tell me, do you understand this grandma, by the way? Because she's actually just come in to say, you're thinking, she just say, just let her know that I'm here and I'm around her. But this lady did used to do this work, and if it's not grandma, it's a lady with white hair who used to do this work. She looks like, oh, that's fine. Forget the big busted bit then, sometimes the way I'm seeing it. And I always tell people when I do teaching, don't over describe it. I've just done it myself. See, got it wrong? Does it bother me? Absolutely not. But she did smell the roses and enjoyed nature. That is more important than the bigger bastard. Okay. So she's here for you, and she's here just to tell you that she's with you, she's guiding you, and she is one of your guides. Actually, just like she is one of your many, 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 many guides for you. She's telling me just now as well that you have ended a situation, and she's really pleased that you have actually ended it, Michelle, which is really, really important for you as well. She's opening up a box of cornflakes. So I don't know if it's to do with the cereal, or there's something to do with the cereal, or it is actually, oh, your grandma raised orchid flowers. Yeah. Well, that'd be her. Yeah, smell the roses, but it doesn't matter. It's the flowers. That's fine. That's great. But the cornflakes are very significant. So either something to do with breakfast, or it is the cornflakes. Okay. Carry on the way that you're going. It's really, really important. Okay. Now, I don't know if this is for you, Michelle, or I've actually moved forward here, but there's actually there's somebody who's actually just coming through with a little child that just made it onto this earth, but didn't survive. Is this with you, Michelle, or have I by any chance moved on? Let me know, Michelle, if you could for that, please, because I feel this is me moved on. Because I think we've said everything you need to say about your grandma. She's just lovely, lovely, lovely lady. Carry on with your mediumship. That was your question. Just keep going, keep going. The more you practice, the better you'll get. As simple as that. And the more healing it will be for the parents. Yeah. Oh, well, maybe it is. You don't eat well. Well, it's time for corporates aren't that great for you either. But anyway, yeah, maybe it is. But I feel as if I've moved on with you now, Michelle. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to come to somebody else here who I feel that this could be for. Right, Shannon 91, please, Shannon 91. And if it's not for you, I want the person to come forward who knows about the little baby who only made it for 2 days in this world. 2 days. Oh, I feel it's only 2 days, this is Michelle. I do feel it's Michelle, but I'm just wondering if I've maybe picked that up wrong. Anyway, we'll find out. We'll find out in a second, okay? So, now I see I forgot who I was coming to then. This is why I'm no good with names. But anyway, it should come up who I'm coming to, who I said. You're very welcome, Michelle. Right. And she was born next to my cousin's baby who was 3 months old. Shannon 91, great. What do I need to know? Move forward, be stuck across the wrong time. Right, Shannon, do you understand the baby that was, and if it's not for you, Shannon, it will be for you. But I've just got 2 days for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, Shannon 91. Do you understand the baby that only lasts either 2 days or 2 months? The number two. Just feel it wasn't very long at all. Okay. Shannon 91. Do you understand that? Okay, right. You don't know how to move forward. Let's find out. I know, because things are just not moving on with you at all, because things are always happening the wrong way around. Does that make you? No, it's not for you, Shannon. Maybe that is for you then. Very, very positive. Oh no, you right. Okay, you terminated in 2 months. I think it is for you, right? Because I kept getting the number two. That's why I felt. And I say a strong six to my guns. Anyway, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that. But things for you, do you know what? It's not always as the same. I really have to tell you that, okay? I also do feel you're such an overthinker as well. Oh my God, the overthinking, and you're so stressed out. Shannon, does that all make sense to you, okay? And you know what, as well, you do need a lot more comforts in your life, because things are not wonderful for you at all at the moment. But let's move forward and see what is going to be happening. Yes, things are going to get so much better. You do need to start involving some friends in your life. I really do know that, Shannon. You seem to either, I don't know, I've just got a vision of you sitting and just watching TV. This just could be symbolic. I don't feel you're going out enough. Does that make sense to you? Okay. I do feel as well, that things could be so much better for you if you just opened up that mind of yours and started enjoying yourself a little bit more. Okay, that to me is so, so important. Get away from that television and get yourself out there. Get yourself in nature. Get yourself in the beach. Just drive or walk or take the bus, whatever, to the beach, which would be wonderful. I do feel there's somebody around you who likes to give you a big hug, or somebody who wants to give you a big hug, which is very, very important to you as well. I just feel that's lovely. You've just got Ten of Pentacles here, but I've also got the Tower. Now, when the Tower comes out to me, is it tells me that if you don't change your way of thinking and you don't change what you're doing, things are just going to stay exactly the same way they are. Okay, but if you do start moving forward and say, you know, I'm going to get up in the morning and I'm going to do this, or if you're working after work, I'm going to do this, I'm going to. Things are going to get so much better for you. You've got the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten's the highest. It's amazing. So you've got the two, the nine, and the Ten of Pentacles. And you know what? Things, anything relationship, yes, because I told you that somebody wants to give you a big hug. Anything relationship wise coming in, absolutely. But the Emperor came in, and I said, there's somebody around you wanting to give you a big hug. Yes, there is somebody coming in. Okay, so, but they're not going to come in if you keep with this attitude. So you need to change that. Start being more funny and nice, and so nobody wants to talk to somebody who's dour. Nobody wants to talk to a moaner. Change that, and this person who wants to give you a big hug will be coming into your life. But I actually do feel he's actually around you already, but you need to let him in, okay, by changing yourself. Does that make sense to you, Shannon? I really hope it does. Be happy. And you know what? Everything is going to be absolutely fantastic. Now, that little baby that came in, the baby actually didn't come in itself, because what happens is when you pass to the spirit world, doesn't matter if it's terminated or the little one doesn't make it into this world, goes back to the spirit world. But they don't go back in ages, because spirit is pure spirit. There's no age, okay? But let you know is you made the right decision, because it wasn't meant to be at that time. And you know what? Sometimes you hold on to that guilt, Shannon. Let it go, because you made the right decision for you. Okay. And it was all, remember, this is a learning school. This was the right decision for you. So let it go, move on, have a wonderful life, and it's going to be wonderful. Let me know when you meet this person who wants to give you a big hug. And I think the big hug is going to be very relevant, because I think this person is going to be a hugger, which is going to be fantastic. Okay. So thank you so much, Shannon, for being on. Mish, hello, 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 hello. Linda Swan, hello from New Zealand. Don't know what time it'll be there where you are. Shell Ann, hello, hello. Guys, questions in the comments. People have just come on. It would be wonderful. Questions in the comments. Let me see who I'm going to come to now. Let me see who I'm going to come to. Mish, I'm coming to you, Mish. Mish. Mish from Australia. Okay, let me see. Mish, remember to keep validating. Yes, no, I don't know. There's no question from Mish here, but let me see what we have. I just feel drawn to her. Okay. Okay, Mish. Validate. Yes, no, I don't know. Mish, Mish, Mish. You've just finished a job. Does that make sense to you? Or there is some sort of work environment that's now completed, and you're finished with it anyway, okay? I do believe, Mish, I've got the devil cards come out. I do believe there is somebody in your life just now and has been in for a long time who should not be in your life. Does that make sense? And I'm actually being very economical with the truth here, Mish, okay? I believe there's some sort of addiction involved with this person. Validate that for me and let me know. I do believe, Mish, that I think you're a healer. And if you're not a healer, you need healed, one or the other. But let me know if that's correct. Okay. Right, you said yes, but I don't know what the yes is. So if you just sort of say what which is the yes is for. Okay, let's just move on here. Do you know what, Mish? There's going to be a lot of deceit around you unless you get rid of this person in your life. And I do believe this person is still in your life. Okay. And I also do believe this is a partner of yours. Does this actually make sense to you? As a partner, I don't know if it's a husband or a partner, whatever, it's a wife, it's a partner. But I do believe there's been so much. You are a healer. I also do believe there's a lot of being deceit that's been going on in your life as well. So if you validate all that, and if that's correct, let's see what's going to happen in the next year for you. Okay, Mish? Oh, I don't know why I feel as I've got to keep shuffling. Okay, does that all make sense to you, Mish, with the what's been going on with this partner, the deceit, and also the addiction? Okay, let me know, Mish, if that is correct. Okay, let's carry on with you here. So it's not the partner, right? Okay, do you know what? Can you understand the person around you that is either the addiction or that sort of idea anyway? It's the devil card that's come out, but I do feel it's addiction here. Is there somebody around you with addiction? Okay. Ah, your family have disowned you. Right, okay. There's something big going on here, Mish. I know that because I could just feel it. And also in that card, because there's so much deceit that's been going around you as well. Okay. No, it's not you smoking. No, no, no. It's this person I'm talking about. It could be people. It might not just be one person. It could be people. But I do know there is addiction about as well, and also just not very nice people or person. Okay, when I get the devil card, it's right now it's come out. So I do know these people or person is still around you. Okay, so let's find out what it is. Actually, the lovers cards come out there. So let's just have a look and see what's going on. Right, okay, let's move forward, okay? These would just validate the cards for you. Okay, I do know that it's time to start learning. Okay, you need to start learning to stop being an overthinker for a start. You also need to start learning. There's something that you're making a decision on just now, and to do with the learning, to start afresh, right? And you're just not sure whether you should do it or not. I'm going to put a card to say 100% is stressing you out. Stop overthinking and just do it. Okay, remember I said just not to do with your smoking. Just do it, okay, which is really, really important. You've got too many decisions, there's too much going on in your mind, or there is going to be too much going on in your mind within the next few months, but I do feel it is actually happening just now with you, definitely. I'm seeing a swan, Mish. So a swan is very, very important. Now, this is very, very symbolic. It's the most beautiful, beautiful swan is just in my awareness. And as the swan is, as this gentleman has just actually stepped in as well. Now, I do know this was a very, very smart gentleman. And I do know that this man is just trying to protect you. And he said he did try and protect you when he was in this life as well. Does that make sense to you? I feel it could be uncle actually, but might not be right, but just let me know. I do feel if it's uncle, but he did bring in the swan, so that is the validation. Does that make sense to you, Mish? Okay, yes, okay. I also do feel with this gentleman, he's around you and he sees everything that's been going on. And to be quite honest with you, Mish, he's not happy. Okay, he's just not happy. It could be a father, yeah, a father, uncle, whatever it is. I don't know, but anyway, he's not happy. But he's not happy bunny at all because he sees everything that's going wrong, and he's actually telling me, Mish, you are the right one, not them. You say so. It's up to you how you deal with this. He says, but he says it's not you. It's making me feel it's not your doing. Okay. So, but let me find. But you understand the swan connected to him? Very smart gentleman. This gentleman's going very, very smart, very clean man. Should I say, very, very clean man, and he's also very quiet. He's a quiet man as well. This is him just telling me his personality, just to let me know, just to let you know this is actually him as well. Now he's talking about he's holding what looks like a beer or something, not a bottle of beer. It's in a glass, but it's a dark liquid in a beer, and he's saying cheers. So I do know that he liked not alcoholic stuff, but he liked a little tipple. He's telling me he did like a little tipple, and he also loved his sports, watching his sports as well. Does that make sense to you? He loved watching his sports as well. Um, and he's telling me if I was around now, this would not be happening. So I don't know what he's talking about, but you will. If I was still here, this would be not happening, okay? But I also do think, Mish, as well, you talk to him. And if you don't talk to him, you should be talking to him, okay? So I don't know what you mean by my daughter's father. When you first saw you said, think my father and your daughter's father. I don't know who this is, okay? But I do know that this man is very connected to you and has been with the bits of information that I've given you, okay? So it's very, very important that you listen to because this is what the spirit will do. They come in, your loved ones and your family and friends, they come in to give you the best you understand. That's fine. As long as you understand it, that's absolutely fine. Okay. He says some things in life cannot be changed. He says, but you need to move on. But I do believe actually, yeah, I don't believe there's been a lot of deceit that's going on. I've got the moon card out, so you've got the devil card out. There's a lot that is good for you now. It's brilliant. So always think of the good and stop thinking about all the rubbish that's been happening to you, okay? Because he sees it as he's so not happy. Now I do know there's a boat connected either to you or to him, because I hear the song row, row, row the boat, and I don't know if it's a song or I don't know if it's just to do the boat. But I do know that there is a boat which is connected, and also there's beautiful clouds that's flying by. There's beautiful clouds that's come by. So, and I'm also looking up at these clouds now, and I'm going, oh my goodness, these clouds are absolutely beautiful, and they remind me of. It looks like a dog. Oh, you used to work on boats. That's perfect. Okay. But this, if you've been looking at cloud formations, I'm going, that looks like a dog, because this is what he's actually showing me. Again, it's just validation. That's all it is. Okay. Because he's saying, I'm around you. He says, I'm around you all the time. And I see it and I feel it for you. And I'm glad you've left it. Now, that's what it could be as well with the devil card as well, as a toxic workplace. Very possibly. This devil, when it comes out, I know it was big because the card doesn't come out, and you love looking at the clouds. Right. Can I just say to you, Mish, if you haven't seen the one that looks like a dog, this is going to be happening very, very soon, because it's just giving me this beautiful cloud that looks like a dog. Or it's just telling me that he sees you looking at the clouds because he's with you all the time. Not every minute of the day, because he says he's very busy. He says, I was busy when I was here in this world, he says, and I'm still busy when I'm in the spirit world, he says, and I'm loving every minute of it. Okay, Mish. So listen, you start looking to the future now, okay? I'm glad you left your toxic workplace. I'm glad everything's happening. You've got a lovely partner, very important. So remember to concentrate on all the good things, and all the last stuff, the past is gone. It's gone. So that is what you need to hear. Okay. And thank you so much for being here, Mish. Thank you so much. Right. Okay. Let me see who I'm going to come to next. Okay. I'm going to come to Kerry Smith. Now, Kerry, I can't guarantee this is going to be your husband. Okay. So please, Kerry Smith, would love to hear from my husband, please. I will give you information about the man who is standing here just now. Let me know if it's your husband or not, okay? Because there's been a man standing here for the past few minutes, and I do feel as somebody who's very fond of somebody who's here. Now, this man is actually standing holding a red rose. Okay, so I do know the red rose was very significant. So please, Kerry, does that make sense with your husband? Was there something significant with two red roses? Sorry, he came in with one and then he's just gone, no, two. Let's talk about the two. Does that make sense to you, Kerry? Just to let me know if it is. This gentleman has come in, and I do know he was in a professional career. Okay, it was professional. He wasn't a labouring, it was professional. I also do believe he either worked in an office or something. He had to wear a suit. Okay, he had to wear a suit because beautiful, very, very, very smart. I do believe it was a profession that he had to study for. Does that also make sense to you, Kerry, for this gentleman? Yeah. I also do believe, Kerry, this gentleman passed with a heart condition, okay, or something to do with the chest area, because he's actually making me feel a little bit out of breath. So does that make sense to you, Kerry? Whether I just want to make sure this is your husband as we're speaking here as well. He wants to talk about there's been an accident in a car, or there was an accident. Does that make sense to you with the car accident as well? I do believe it was quite a significant car. It could be your stepdad. Just that's why I'm not saying 100%. I'm not feeling. Do you understand the red roses though? It could be the two of them. See, this is why the two roses actually, it could be the two of them that are stepped in. I don't see the two. I only see the one. I only feel the one, but there could be many, absolutely many. This is why I give you the validation. Do you understand the car crash? The car crash is very, very significant. I'm not saying anybody passed it. I don't know. I just say he's deliberately showing me the car crash. I need to also tell you about a hot air balloon as well. Hot air balloon has just got floated in front of my awareness, which is also very, very significant. So could you just keep adding just to let me know if I'm on the right track with you, Kerry? Okay, just a small pieces of information. I need to eat, which I don't particularly like, but I need to eat jam. Uh, it is, yeah, I think it is, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think it is him. But I don't, I also need to change. I'm actually putting a knife into a jam jar and licking off the knife as well. Right, okay. That's fine, Kerry. I want you just to keep these. The car crash and the hot air balloon is very significant, okay? So it's just a memory. They are just memories. It's just validation, okay? As I say, it wasn't with somebody passed in. So anyway, let me just carry on with this. Do you understand? Do you understand the strawberry jam with the knife and licking off the knife, which is and very fun. And I see commotions in the mornings, commotions that's been going on, and it's like you do this and you've got to do this, everything in the mornings. Okay, so I don't know if this is what's happening now or did or whatever, but it was. But it's all connected to this jam as well. So if you could just validate that and just let me know what that means to you. You know what? This gentleman is actually the gentleman I'm feeling just now as I'm asking him to step forward to me was very kind, genuine, loving man. Okay. And I do feel, whenever you had a question that needed to be answered, he was always there and he always gave you the answer you were looking for. That's what's significant, the answer you were looking for. Does that make sense to you, Kerry? It's very, very important. And he's also saying, I'm really, really sorry because, I did not have time to say goodbye. Now, that should be the biggest piece of evidence. Okay. Used to be heads in the morning. I have six kids, right? That's it. Or the jab, you're not sure about the jab. Again, do you know what, Kelly? These things are going to come to you because it's sometimes very hard to remember. But this is all the stuff that he's given me back. And understand the morning, I know I could see the house has been absolutely hectic. Okay. But I do know that this man, as I say, you went to, and he was there for you, and he always gave you the right answer. You always gave the answer you were looking for. And he tells me he was very, very considerate. But as I say, he said to you, I am so sorry because I could not say goodbye. Okay, does that make sense to you, Kerry? And this is one thing, and he's saying, and it's something that you're finding it hard to go over because you couldn't say goodbye. Does that make sense? But you weren't supposed to. You were not supposed to. So that's yeah, he was always there for you. Absolutely. You weren't supposed. I don't know if you were there or not, but it makes sense. That's as long as it makes sense to you. You know what? You went this whatever the way he passed was supposed to be the way he passed for your good, really. Okay, he didn't want to see, you weren't supposed to see anything that wasn't supposed to happen. But he is telling me, Kerry, he did not suffer. That's so, so important. And where is he now? You keep asking yourself, where is he? He says, I am in the spirit world. He says, and I'm having the most fantastic time. And he's telling me he's eating a big, big steak, a big, big steak in front of them. And he said, it's just fantastic. Oh, like, yes, I wasn't in the room at the time. The nurse called me out for a phone call. You weren't supposed to see it. That's what he said. It's okay. So that's, see, there's definitely is him. There's no doubt it's him. But just to say to you now, Kerry, is you seen a big steak. He said, but you do think to yourself, where is he? What is he doing? Did he make the other side? Absolutely, he's telling me he's so good. He's so good. He said he's having an absolute whale of a time. He's playing sports. I don't know if he used to play sports when he was here, but he's snooker or something like that. He's doing that. He says, do you know what? He said, like, there's anything I want to do, I can do it. Okay. I know, but he's talking about you, Kerry. You saying his mum and dad were there though. That's wonderful, but he's talking about you. That's why it was just sorry he didn't say goodbye, but you weren't supposed to see him. That's why. And it was always in your mind, okay? And he says, yeah, and he says, you know what? He says he still sees the tears. So you said it's 24 years, okay? But you know what? He says, I still see the tears. So you must still be, there's still crying that's been going on. Whether it's about him, I'm not sure. And he's nodding his head. So I do know it's him. So you still, there's the odd time you still shed that little tear. He says, but there's absolutely no need. I love playing the piano. He says, I love playing the piano. He said, and it's quite funny actually. And he said, you should see me. He says, I'm fantastic at the piano now. So I don't know if he used to play the piano or then or whatever now. He says, but he says, I'm like one of these fantastic piano players now. He says, anything I want to do, he says, I can do. Okay. Yeah. Well, you say you've had such crap men since he's gone. Start thinking more positively now, okay? This is what was supposed to happen today. Start thinking about there's going to be a wonderful man coming into your life now, and stop saying, "Oh, it's crap. I bet you this was going to be crap. I bet that was," because if you say that, they will be, okay? Start saying to yourself now, you know what? The next one that comes into my life is going to be wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And I'll tell you something now, he is going to be sending you somebody, okay? Uh, but look out for him because this guy's going to be absolutely brilliant, okay? Absolutely brilliant. And I'm going to leave his love with you, Kerry. Wonderful, wonderful guy. And I'm glad it was him. But you know, the father-in-law, whoever it was, would probably be here as well. But I definitely felt it was. But I don't like to, because it's not a private read. I'm rushing it a bit, so I don't like to say exactly who's what because I've got a feeling it sometimes. Right. So anyway, thank you so much. And Kenny, start the next one comes into your life is going to be the one. Watch the space. Let me know. Okay, and thank you so much. And guys, can you believe it? That's nearly 6 o'clock my time in Spain, 5 o'clock where you are. Can't believe it. I will be back again in a couple of weeks. Okay, and sorry for the people who I didn't get to. It's just always so many on this, and I hope the people that I did manage to read for, it gave some help, some guidance, and some healing. Okay, and thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you again in a couple of weeks. Thank you so much. Bye, 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 bye.